Hello, sports enthusiasts far and wide. My name is Ben, and I got my friend Brian here. Welcome to the HerdCast Live. Today
How we doing, folks?
we're going over going going over coaches. We are going to be
Coaches,
coaches that were
NFL
fired.
draft combine. Yep, NFL draft combine. Some NBA stuff. MLB spring training is underway. Your Los Angeles Dodgers remain undefeated so far, at least at the
Wow.
time of recording this.
Yeah, spring training.
And what's it called? We will be also going over, if we have time for it, the World Baseball Classic, and yeah, just everything recent in terms of like what's been going on in the sports world.
Mhm.
So if you guys want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to tune in I believe we're gonna try to do this at least once a week. College kicks us both in the ass. Yeah.
We're gonna be trying to do this every Saturday. Yeah.
And please drink water, especially if you live in California. Please drink water. Good
Yeah.
Lord.
Exactly.
It's bad out there. It's bad.
Yep. We
But
But yeah, let's get started. So we have here.
right.
Let me share my screen. We're gonna do the head coach tier list. So so the coaches that were fired, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 head coaches that were fired this season.
Which is crazy to think about, like in terms of just like when you consider how many teams there are in the league, that's nearly a third of like the entire NFL
exactly. Yeah, near a third, exactly.
I mean, I know some of you guys are going to be all like, "Oh, well, you're not including everything that fired a coach." We're going to focus on mostly like head coaches because let's be honest, like that's mostly what the media covers, and in general, like those are the coaches that are going to have, like, I feel like the biggest, like impact. Like head coaches obviously are going to have the biggest impact on their squads. I would say an honorary like mention would be the Eagles firing that terrorist known as Kevin Patullo.
No, he quote unquote parted ways. He parted ways.
Got fired.
What do you mean he got fired? Okay.
That is the nice way of saying you got fired, and it's like we're gonna let you go out on your own terms.
So
they did the same thing with Bill Belichick. Come on.
So where are we putting the Eagles on this one? As far as the tier list goes.
Dude, S tier. You had to fire that guy.
Yes.
I mean, like, you had to fire him.
Yes, the OC. Everyone complained about the OC and naming the head coach. And yeah, well, wait, who is the new Eagles OC? It was like a promoted person?
I think they hired within. I'll have to check that real quick. But
yeah.
I mean, just like, yeah, that guy.
Hey, let me check real quick.
That guy.
Who?
Yeah, let me see. Eagles OC.
The new
Sean Mannion,
Eagles OC.
As their new offensive coordinator for the 2026.
Sean Mannion.
Former NFL
Former quarterback. Interesting.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Former quarterback.
To be fair, anything is gonna look better than what that hack had under center. So I mean, like it's an upgrade.
Despite going 11-6, they did really poor.
No, man, because
even during when they play the Bills, it was like a 13-12 final. I don't know how you have that happen. 13-12 final, that makes no sense.
With that offense and that offensive line, with what's it called? Oh, why am I forgetting his name? Their defensive coordinator for the Eagles.
It's not Vic Fangio.
Oh my god, why is his name? It is Vic Fangio, yeah.
Oh, it's Vic Fangio.
Yeah, Fangio.
Yeah, Vic Fangio.
Yeah, Fangio doing his damn best. Like, oh my god, man. I'm sorry. Like, any team that squanders that, do you know how many teams would kill for the offensive like weapons that this team has?
AJ Brown,
I know we can all.
Smith, Dallas Goedert.
AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, Saquon Barkley, and Jalen Hurts.
What was the main problem here was that I had AJ Brown on fantasy because AJ Brown, cool wide receiver. He was a Super Bowl wide receiver. I might pick him. Biggest mistake ever.
Yeah. I remember I picked up Saquon last year in fantasy, and he single-handedly won me my fantasy.
Oh my god!
This season, I was like,
"What's funny is that some guy on Twitch was streaming Madden, and he happened to counter AJ Brown, and AJ Brown literally said, "If you have me on fantasy, like remove me or like cut me off."
Yeah, which is crazy.
Like if you have AJ Brown, like please like get rid of me. And
for AJ Brown to tell you that is like crazy work.
For the first 2/3 of the season. for like for like 2/3 of a season. He did nothing, and then he started actually doing stuff. I don't know why it was like that.
Man, God, just brutal, just brutal. But yeah, I mean, for the Eagles, you had to fire him. You
All
had
right.
to.
Honorable mention. Do we do Dallas Cowboys or LA Rams?
We can talk about the Rams. Yeah,
all right.
absolutely.
So the Rams, obviously the Rams were excellent this season. Matthew Stafford had his full-on breakout year in his entire career. Won MVP. Won MVP by mere like a few votes. Like Drake May and Matthew Stafford were literally like neck and neck with the votes for MVP. It was insane.
If only that guy didn't vote for Herbert.
I
don't know, bro. I have a podcast as well on what's it called? Cal State Fortune. If you guys ever want to listen to that, I'm always on from 8 to 9. But who voted for Herbert? That is the biggest. Like, man, who invited this guy? It was so funny looking at that because
how many times he was sacked? How many times was Herbert?
Well, okay, hold on, though. Like, we're not gonna blame Herbert with like when they were pulling out 6 3.
He said 0. Who? What? It's 0.
No, I think you're saying like I think you asked Google wrong. I think you asked it because it was like how many sacks did Herbert get this season?
Like what?
You said how many times Herbert sacked? You said 0. That's garbage. Nah, that's PR.
Man, I think Drake May had more sacks than him.
I mean, but it's just a case of like,
So LA Rams, honorable mention because they fired their special teams coordinator after one of their games. Yeah, they fired the special teams coordinator because the Rams are really bad at special teams. They literally let the Seattle Seahawks, Rashid Shaheed, literally run for a punt return. That was the biggest like Achilles heel when it came to that Thursday night game. That punt return. Thursday
night and like the playoffs.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, I don't think it was for a TD, but I mean, just in general, like they let Rashid Shaheed run all over them.
Like the 49ers, just like the very first play, the kickoff return by Rashid Shaheed. Even like the kicker tried to trip him, and it did nothing. Nothing at all whatsoever.
I know they were like months removed from that game, and I know Niners fans want to forget it, but I don't think I've ever watched. I've watched a lot of football.
Where are we putting the Rams?
I would put the Rams. I mean, like that's like an A. I think.
A tier.
Like you have to you have to like you obviously got to fire him, but it's also a case of just like I mean like, you know, how many times are you gonna fire your coordinator before you finally get the idea of maybe our special teams just suck, you know, like how many times are we gonna put ourselves through this? Like, no, it's the coordinator's fault when it's like, guys, you know, come on.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. Because that muffed punt specific.
All right, honorable mention, Dallas Cowboys. They fired Matt Eberflus, who was dog water this entire season.
I mean, I'm going to put that as like, I don't know, a C.
A C tier? Okay.
Like, yeah, because it's like he shouldn't have been hired to begin with.
Yeah. And for Broncos honorable mention, let's say Joe Lombardi. You know what's funny? Joe Lombardi has worked for Sean Payton for many, many years. And it just didn't work out this season, like at all. Yeah, it's because Sean Payton was in charge of the play calling, and Sean Payton like the screen passes going for on 4th and 1 and having, or not just that, it was a screen pass for crying out loud. Screen passes don't work, which is funny enough.
Whisper the term screen passes into Ben's ear, and you will see him mauled.
Oh my god!
You will see him mauled.
And not just that, Sean Payton actually, and not just that Joe Lombardi, but like the passing game coordinator and a couple other. Yeah, like 1 or 2 other coaches. And not just that, but Davis Webb was promoted to OC, and now he's doing the play calling, which is likely a good thing because the pass coordinator is doing you want to pass forward and not the side, which goes nowhere. That's the thing. So
I think it's also just a case of like I don't hate Sean Payton. I think he's a decent head coach, but you can make the argument
he's a great head coach. He's at the most first round he's at the most 1 seeds as a head coach.
Right, he's a really good head coach. I'm not going to deny that. But
so
at
Broncos,
the same time, you can make
Broncos.
I would say that's like a
B tier.
That's the B tier.
Yeah, B tier.
Like just to speak on Sean Payton just real quick, like he's a good coach, but you can make the argument, or a great head coach, but you can make the argument that his play calling, especially in the AFC Championship game against the Patriots, like arguably like cost us the game. Like Stidham, like Jarrett Stidham, obviously he's going to win the game on his
He
own.
was afraid of getting sacked.
But he did his thing. Like, I mean,
yeah.
Come on, man.
He threw forth his effort.
Your backup QB threw a touchdown. Like that's really all you can ask.
Reminds me of the season prior, where like the only touchdown they scored was in the very first drive, and it was like a wide open Troy Franklin.
Yeah.
All right, moving on from honorable mentions. Moving on from honorable mentions, we have the Arizona Cardinals, which they fired their head coach.
Yeah, they've replaced Jonathan Gannon after a 3-14 season to Mike LaFleur as their new head coach. LaFleur is a first-time head coach with prior experience as an OC with the Jets and Rams. The team also hired Nathaniel Hackett as offensive coordinator. So, we're not talking about OCs. We're not going to talk about OCs.
Mm-hmm.
We'll sweep that under the rug for them. But, like, I think it's like a B. I like the hiring of Mike LaFleur,
and not just that he yelled at a player, got fined like $50,000 or something like that.
I mean, but like I don't really like yelling is part of football. Like that's I mean, obviously, like okay, if you're saying some things that like you shouldn't be saying, then difference, right? But like if you're just yelling at him, get out there and do your effing job and yada yada yada. And I mean, like that's part of football. Anyone that's played football can tell you that they've had at least one moment with their coach where their coach like grabbed them by the face mask and was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Go sit on the sidelines." Like, it's a coach. It's like a come to Jesus moment, for the coach to player. And so for me, it's like I don't see anything wrong with that. Again, depending on the context of what you are saying. If you are like, saying some things that are just completely unrelated to football, then that's different. But if it's just a standard, like, grab him by the helmet and, go out there and tackle, what are you doing? And it's like, I mean, it's part of the game. That's part of football.
Exactly.
I like Mike LaFleur. You know what, man? That Rams offense was really good. That Rams offense was really good.
Special teams.
That you can make the argument that if the Rams had even a decent special teams, they win that game.
Yeah.
Against the Seahawks. That's how good that Rams offense was. And so for me, it's like, I like the hiring. I think my biggest problem with it is just like the Cardinals in terms of personnel are nowhere near.
I heard Kyler Murray might be traded.
I like Maserati Marv. I like him, but you have no running game. I like Trey McBride. That's it.
Most receptions for a tight end.
That's all you've got. You've got Trey McBride, Maserati Marv, and that's it. Oh, but they have Kyler Murray. They're gonna waive him, bro. They're gonna waive him. They're either gonna waive him or trade him. They trust me. They're trying to trade him. They're doing their best. They're doing their damnedest to try and trade him. No team wants him. And when no team wants you as a quarterback, it's ups, brother.
All right. Now we got the Atlanta Falcons. They fired Raheem Morris, and now they've hired the Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski. So where do we put this?
Of the year.
So Baker Mayfield mentioned that he's like really excited to beat his old head coach twice a year. He said that he's very excited about it.
Baker Mayfield's a trash talker.
So it's because Baker Mayfield was cut from the Browns and he hated that so much.
Well, I mean, because you can make the argument that if Baker Mayfield, the only one who benefited from that was Baker. Because so far, sure, he had a stint with the the Panthers where you can make the argument he was pretty garbage, but then he goes to the Rams, revives his career, and he got a really good hefty payday from the Bucks. And sure, you can make the argument of Baker is not going to be able to lead the Bucks anywhere, which I personally doubt that. But hey, you know what? It happens. But ever since that, man, the Browns have just had quarterback after quarterback after quarter. When you're starting the elite Joe Flacco at QB to legitimately win you games. Come on, man. What are we doing?
So we're gonna put the Falcons here.
I like Kevin Stefanski. I think he can do a good job. I just don't know, man. I'll say a B. I say it's like between the Broncos, but better than the Ravens. Or the Ravens, the Cardinals.
Yeah,
better than the Cardinals.
The Falcons were winning at the end of the season. They were like beating up good teams somehow.
They are that team.
They were upsetting. Like they upset the Bills, upset the Rams, upset the Bucks. Somehow
they are the kind of team where it's
they're the underdogs, the dark horses. They're just upsetting.
They will
teams.
lose their first 8 of 10, right? And it's like, okay, you're tanking, and then all of a sudden, when the games literally do not matter anymore, you start rattling off wins, you mess up your draft positioning, you screw the season.
Yep.
That has been the Falcons, like the Falcons and the Giants. That has been those two teams' like seasons on repeat for the last like half decade basically.
Mm-hmm.
So Ravens' most infamous coach firing so far this season. John Harbaugh out. They replace him
after 18 long seasons, all because of season on the line. Tyler Loop misses it wide right from 44 yards, and not just that. Like, even after the game, there's a video of like John Harbaugh and Tyler Loop like walking towards the locker room. About like like in the picture, John Harbaugh looks so pissed at him.
But I mean, look. I mean, like, not to say too much on this, only because it's happened already, and like, we moved on. But I mean, like, that wasn't the wrong move. I don't think he got fired for that. That was the right move. Like you made the 2 plays to get yourself up there. You drain the clock down, go for the field goal, win the game. That's it. Literally, any other team would have done the same. If the Steelers were in that position, they would have done the exact same thing. The only difference is that the kid choked. It's as simple as that. I'm not going to deny that. Okay.
Lamar Jackson early season injury. Yeah, things happen like that.
Brother, as soon as I saw like them pan the camera to him, and they're like, "Oh, a rookie coming out of a small town," I'm like, "Oh, this kid looks terrified. This kid looks like they're gonna send him out to the he looks like a sheep being sent out to the slaughter." But I think it's just this firing and the Bills firing are both just a case of like just regimes just needed to change.
All right, so where do we put so where do we put the Ravens here?
I don't know, honestly. I don't think it's a bad firing. I would almost say C tier. I would almost put it like with the above the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I like Jesse Minter. What's it called? The Chargers had a really good defense. I think they were top 5 or something like that. So they were really good. And defense is clearly a problem for this Ravens squad. So having a defensive minded coach is always a helping hand. But I think it just comes down to the fact of like, this isn't one where you celebrate the firing. You're just kind of like, all right, like that kind of needed to happen. I personally think that Harbaugh just had his what's the word? His expiration date. He was past his expiration date.
18 seasons.
All of the greatest coaches have one. I mean, think of Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick, one of the greatest, if not, you can make the argument.
It's like the meme from like Humphrey Pedro Master Uruguay. My time has come.
Yeah, I mean, a bit like it's funny and absolutely, it's like, my time has come.
You know what's funny? In the TSU the other day, I was hanging out with my friends at the TSU. We were like it's like a board game club or whatever, and then all of a sudden like Uruguay's Ascension starts playing.
Oh my god, funny.
The theme from so we're moving on. All right, the Bills. They fired Sean McDermott after 9 full seasons, 9 straight seasons of making the playoffs, and now they decide to fire Sean McDermott and replace him promote him with Joe Brady. So what do you think?
I think it's a good firing. I'm sorry, man. Like I know. Okay, I'll make the argument of this though. This loss in the playoffs,
it hurt. It was so controversial.
Was not McDermott's.
It was kind of like politics, left and the right. On the Bills side, they were saying, "Oh, Keon Coleman caught the ball." Keon Coleman caught the ball, and then you have the side of the wing of the Broncos saying Jaquan Millen picked out the ball from Keon Coleman, and it's an interception.
Look, I'm gonna say this, okay? When the ball is that like juggled and whatnot, it goes down to the Calvin Johnson rule of does the player survive the ground? Okay, because he didn't survive the ground, ball still up in the air. Is it a garbage call? I think it's a stupid rule. I agree. Keep in mind, we are both Broncos fans. I personally agree that if a player catches the ball and goes down, it should be a catch. But going off of the NFL rulebook and going off of the Calvin Johnson rule, he did not survive the ground. Thus, the ball was able to be ripped away. Is it stupid? Yes, of course it's stupid. But this has been happening in the NFL. This is the NFL's product. Every single year, we are trying to determine what a catch is. and we
Like,
make it more
from
and
Dez
more and more
Bryant,
complicated.
Calvin Johnson, Dez Bryant, and other stuff.
Just, I mean, it's garbage. And so for me,
Mhm.
it's like I don't want to dwell on it because the person who cost the Bills this game, and I'm sorry, but it's true, was Josh Allen. Josh Allen in one of the
The
biggest
5
games of his
fumbles or
life.
whatever. Yeah.
He
5 turnovers.
reverted hard. He turned into a damn pumpkin, man. It hit midnight for him. You know, oh my goodness. And like, again, Broncos fan. And I was watching that game and I'm like, what in the hell am I watching from him? Because there's like, sometimes a quarterback makes a mistake of like he thought he had an open read and then the DB comes out of nowhere and picks it off. This is just where it's like I can't even like see the vision of what you're doing with some of these turnovers. You know what I mean? And obviously that starts a whole other conversation of like, because I know a big topic of discussion was like Lamar Jackson fans saying, "Oh, keep that same energy with Josh Allen," because if Lamar Jackson was doing this, if that was Lamar Jackson in that game, y'all would have clowned him. Which
All right, so we're replacing the Bills. We're replacing. We're in A tier.
I think the Bills, for A tier. A tier.
Okay. Above the Rams. Above the Rams.
Above the Rams. Above the Rams.
Oh yeah, above the Rams.
Because this needed to happen.
All right.
This needed to happen.
All right. Welcome
even
to
though, yeah. Moving on.
Welcome to the clown world called the Cleveland Browns.
Oh God.
Yeah. Fired Kevin Stefanski after they were winning a couple games. Actually, they were winning, and then they're like, no, they're like, screw it. Let's fire Kevin Stefanski because why not?
So they're going to replace him with
what do we think?
Todd Monken. What's it called? I like
former Ravens coordinator. Was it OC DC?
I think he was let me check actually. I think he was an OC. I could be wrong there.
Or Todd Monken.
Let me see. New head coach of the Browns, Todd Monken, 5-year deal. Good Lord.
Wow.
Yeah, OC. He was their OC.
And
you know what? He returned to Cleveland. He was an OC. He was an OC for Cleveland back in 2019. So, I mean, old stomping grounds.
Welcome
I
back.
guess.
Welcome back, Todd
this
Monken.
is like a nothing burger for me. It's just a case of like I think they fired Stefanski because you can't tell me that he did not hate Shedeur. That man did not like Shedeur Sanders. You can't tell me that. You can't. Oh no, he wanted to try different. Nah, bro. Nah, he did not like Shedeur Sanders.
So where are we putting the Browns?
Let's be honest. I think the Browns. That's a nothing burger for me. I think I'm gonna put it B between. You know what? No, actually, I'll put it a C between the Ravens and Cowboys.
Okay.
Like it's one where it's like whatever. Okay, Raiders. They fired Pete
the
Carroll.
Worst team in the entire league in the 2025 season.
Keep in mind, I want to say this again. We are Broncos fans. We should hate the Raiders and whatnot. I'm going to put this as an S tier.
Raiders?
I think that this is, yes. I think, look, so above the Eagles. No, above the Eagles. I think that this is the best hiring.
I remember my grandpa saying that he does not like Pete Carroll because he was like piggybacked this whole career or something like that.
Pete Carroll clearly showed
he's just a really bad person, like a corrupt person in general.
I mean, again, if we're just focusing solely on football, Pete Carroll showed that he was clearly behind the times.
Oldest head coach in history.
His expiration date was well past him. And I think for a team like the Raiders who are going to move on, they're going to bring in Mendoza. They're going to try and shore him up. They're going to push this young core of Mendoza, Genty, and Bowers. They're probably going to trade away what's it called? Oh, why am I forgetting his name? Their edge rusher. God, I'm forgetting everyone's names right now. They're going to trade away Max Crosby. Yeah, he's gone. There's no way he's staying. So they're going to try and push a younger core and try and rebuild. And I think for a younger core, you need a young head coach. And I think Clint Kubiak could be that guy.
What's interesting? What's interesting is that my dad says that the Raiders could be a competition for the AFC West next season. That's what he told me. The only way I see them being first of all, let's say for instance Mendoza is like all he's cracked up to be, right? Let's say for instance that who is he going to throw the ball to? Who's he throwing to? What is he just going to spam tosses to Brock Bowers and Genty all game? Who else did he have in the receiving core? Tyler Lockett, right?
Old man Tyler Lockett.
Old man Tyler Lockett. Okay, Dolphins fired Mike McDaniel. We all expected this throughout the whole season. We were expecting it to be like fired. I think didn't they go like 0-5, 0-5, 0-6 at the start?
I remember you and I. This is when we had our old podcast like last year, and we were watching the Dolphins.
We were all like, "When is Mike McDaniel getting fired?" He was on the hot seat. He was on the hot seat for like weeks, for like months.
Like we felt like the meme of the rabbit where he like how he has the watch and it's like pointing to the watch the entire time. That's what it felt like, man. I was like, damn, like they're really not firing him. Okay, I mean, whatever.
They fired Callahan. Callahan gets
fired. You can't tell me he wasn't.
Callahan and Dable get fired before Mark McDaniel, which is very interesting and ironic.
Very
like
interesting.
So where we put Mike McDaniel here?
So they're gonna replace him with Jeff Hafley. Who, what's it called? He was a former Green Bay DC, which I mean, I don't like the new hire. I'm gonna be real with you because the Packers didn't really have that much of a defensive like mindset. But I mean, who knows? This is one where I'll just again a nothing burger. I kind of have to see where it goes. I think I'll put it between the Browns and Cowboys. I think I'll put it between there. It's like in C tier.
Okay.
C tier, yeah. Same with so Giants, they firing
Brian Dable fired former coach of the year winner Brian Dable. You know what's funny? Brandon Perna, he cursed he on one of his videos he made a statement that he cursed the coach of the year award because the past several winners of coach of the year have eventually gotten fired years later. Like Kevin Stefanski won it and now he got fired. Brian Dable won it one year and he got fired for it. And now you have Kevin O'Connell. Who knows if he'll get fired? Maybe. And then you have Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
So the easy schedules really. So what do you think about the Giants?
Well, Dable had to go. Dable, I agree, had to go because he looked completely outmatched. Like he's just completely outmatched. So I agree with the firing. It's the hiring that I'm just kind of like not super stoked on.
It's an interesting choice.
John Harbaugh's this is going to come down. Is he cooked? Is it going to be like Pete Carroll?
What I'm thinking of is that the Eagles are going to be at the top of the division next season, and maybe Giants would be like a wild card. That's what I'm thinking.
If everyone is healthy, but I mean, I think it's going to come down.
That's if things go fine.
I'll put it in a. Sorry. Go for it.
Well, the John Harbaugh was definitely a coach that's definitely going to attempt to fix the special teams game.
Right. Yes. So I think I'll put him in B tier.
B tier above the Broncos.
Beneath the Falcons. Really? You think above the Broncos?
Or I don't know. Maybe below.
Okay. Then we'll compromise. Above the Falcons, beneath the Broncos.
Okay. Steelers. Kind of like the Master Uruguay meme. My time has come.
We'll get to them last. Let's go to the Titans first. Let's go to the Titans.
Why Titans first? Well, we're doing an alphabetical order. What?
Yeah, but I have more to say about the Steelers.
All right. Titans.
So they fire
Titans. This was a team that coined the term the "we ass" award.
Oh, I love Cam Ward, bro. Cam Ward is. We keep it a bug right now. I love that, man. That's awesome.
It's funny, Brian Purda made that an award. It is winners and losers. All because of that. The We Ass Award. Oh my god. So where are we putting the Titans at? S tier?
I like Robert Saleh. It's just the fact that, like, brother, that guy's gonna have to do like I don't know what he is gonna do.
We forgot to put Chargers and honorable mentions. But whatever.
Oh, you know what? We'll talk about them right now. But the Titans, I like Robert Saleh as a coach. There's so little to work with over there, and they're gonna expect miracles out of this guy. So I'm gonna say it's a C tier beneath the Dolphins.
Oh,
like I don't hate Robert Saleh. I think he can be a decent head coach. I think his time with New York really put a sour taste in everyone else's mouth. But I will agree, I like him better as a DC. Not as a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, that's why I'm like I'm gonna have to wait and see the vision. Chargers, they're gonna hire Mike McDaniels as an OC.
Interesting.
This is another S tier. I think it's
above the Raiders, above the Eagles. Oh wait.
Just beneath the Eagles.
Beneath the Eagles.
Oh, wrong way. No, we're not putting them up there. No.
Mike McDaniel's an interesting choice. They have
I think
Harbaugh
it's good.
and McDaniel.
This Chargers offense needs a shot in the arm, and I mean everyone's been saying like when Mike McDaniel
gets like a booster,
something, and when Mike McDaniels gets fired, I mean we were literally saying this back in our podcast last year that we were like, hey, when he gets fired, that's gonna be a damn good OC someone's gonna get, someone that honestly I kind of wanted the Broncos to go after. Like that's why I was
up the Shanahan tree back in 2012.
Fired him. But what's it called? Chargers really need this because, good lord, it is not.
The O-line just fell apart. Like Joel had foot surgery. Najee Harris went down.
God, it's always like 5 things with the Chargers that go wrong, man. It's always something with them. Finally, last but not least.
Well, the good thing was not their training camp was not next to a power plant.
Right. Finally, last but not least.
The Pittsburgh
Mike
Steelers.
Tomlin steps down as the Pittsburgh Steelers D tier.
D tier, what?
You're funny. Yes, D tier. What do you mean what? D tier. D tier. Okay.
It's either you go 9-8 or 10-7 and you lose in the first round. The Chargers schedule release got that right back in last year.
Steelers
the Minecraft release, they had the week where the Steelers won, and they had a reference saying they go 9-8 or 10-7, and what do you know? They went 10-7 and lost the first round. They haven't won a playoff.
This Steelers organization has needed to like rebuild. I kid you not, since like 2018. Since 2018, we are going on 8 to 9 years past that, and you have still tried to run it back by just adding and like replacing guys. And for me, it's just like this is just it's brutal. It's brutal. And so, I'm not saying that by the time that the Steelers were looking to hire coaches, a lot of the better ones were already picked up. So I get it. But it's also like, brother, I'm so serious. I think I would have preferred them like, what's the word? Promoting someone from within, not Arthur Smith, not him, but like maybe their DC, maybe go out there, get a young coaching gun, someone young, someone with a new and fresh mind to bring to this organization.
Like Mike McDonald or Sean McVay.
Mike McCarthy. This is an organization that is like they are the epitome of the dog in the burning house meme going, I'm fine.
This is fine.
There you go. Yeah, this is fine.
This is fine.
Everything is burning down around you. Your quarterback probably not going to stay. Go find yourself a new quarterback. You have a volatile wide receiver, which is standard for you guys. It's been a tradition dating back to the days of Noel and Cower. Okay, you have honestly two of the better running backs. I'll give you that. Jalen Warren and those guys are pretty good. But like a decent running back, an aging defensive core who is one of the highest paid in the NFL and doesn't play like it. Skill players that got no skill, aging vets, and you decide to double down on experience, veteranism. The only thing that Mike McCarthy is experienced in is getting piggybacked by Aaron Rodgers, which is ironic because he's currently at least the quarterback of this team. I hear people saying that Rodgers is like, oh, well, now Rodgers will stay to play with Mark McCarthy. And Ben, unless I'm tripping, unless I'm like misremembering things, didn't he hate Mike McCarthy when he was over there in Green Bay?
I do not know.
Wasn't he like one of the main reasons? Wasn't he the main one pounding the table to get Mike McCarthy fired?
I'm
confusing
I don't remember football at that time.
Or Saleh, but I can't remember because I remember when Mike McCarthy got fired and they brought in Matt LaFleur, Packer Nation was like in jubilation. That was their Super Bowl when they had that man fired. So for me, it's like, why? Even then, ignore the Packers. Look at the Cowboys. What did they do with him? Nothing. Oh no, I'll tell you what they did. They lost to the Packers, a 7th seed in Jerry World in the playoffs. And they didn't just lose, they got smacked.
Oh my God.
They got smacked. Okay? I know for Cowboys fans, like, man, it was a couple of years ago. That is McCarthy's defining legacy with you guys. Losing to a 7 seed with all the momentum in the world. And you hire him as your new head coach. I literally texted a friend when this first happened. I was like, the fact that I have to sit through another year where Mike McCarthy has full control of a football team and the play calling of a football team is asinine. It is a clear indication that the football gods show no mercy. They do not care.
All right,
they do not answer your prayers.
We're officially done with the tier list. I mean, 49ers fired their DC, but like we're not gonna talk about that.
Well, I mean, they got rid of Robert Saleh, but like, I mean, the Niners are just one of those teams where it's just kind of like, you know, I think Yuri Tree said this, but it's like if injury bowls or like the amount of injuries resulted in championships, they would have like a dynasty.
All right, so like we're done with the tier list. Does it look great? Does it look bad? I don't know. It's just
I like it. I like it.
All right, so that is our tier list. I'm gonna take a screenshot or something.
Post it for the Miriam. But yeah, football in general. We're still focusing on a little more. We got the combine started today, and let's go over some rookies. I know we had a blazing tight end now, who's like taking the world by storm. I forgot his name, but
Kenyon Sadiq.
Yeah, Sadiq.
Kenyon Sadiq. Broncos need to pick him up. But here's the thing. It's gonna be really hard to pick him up because, okay, there's one thing. Broncos are the 30th overall, and a lot of the mock drafts are saying that Broncos are not going to trade up for Kenyon Sadiq. They're going to get like CJ Allen or something like that, or whatever, like a defensive player instead of going for Kenyon Sadiq.
They're probably going to go edge. Probably going to go edge. What pick do we even have?
We're 30th overall.
30th overall pick?
Yeah.
Let me look at the mock boards.
A lot of mock boards are saying like CJ Allen and stuff like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go into I'm gonna copy that picture of the draft and the thing. I'm gonna DM the screenshot. There we go.
Yeah, CJ Allen, linebacker. Nice.
All right, so let's go to
linebacker, edge.
I'm not sharing my screen. I'm going to a different tab. So what do we put for screen share? We're not going to screen share anymore, right? Or I don't know.
No, I don't think we're going to screen share. It's going to be up here.
So Kenyon Sadiq, he actually, let me look this up. Kenyon Sadiq combine stats, because he actually made history as far as a tight end. Let's see. Let's look at his stats. So he's a junior.
40-meter dash and 4.39.
He's a junior at Oregon. He's a 93. His prospect rate is 6.42. He's 6'3", weighs 241 pounds. His arm length is 31.5 inches, and his hand length is 10 inches, or whatever. Hand span is 10 inches. All right, here we go. So his 40-yard dash was 4.39 seconds. That is the fastest of a tight end since 2003.
Yeah, that guy's got speed. Where is Sadiq supposed to go? Like, who's supposed to pick up Kenyon Sadiq?
I don't know. People are saying.
Look at these draft boards.
People are saying you go to some. I saw one saying. Yeah,
I saw
one saying go to the Chargers. I saw one saying go to the Eagles. I saw Dolphins. Why would Chargers want to draft a tight end? They already drafted one last season. They drafted one. They had Godson, and he was he was playing.
Let's see. In terms of the teams that have a pick like before us, so it would be like, okay, starting with the Chargers, I guess. The Chargers, yeah, they don't really need a tight end. Eagles would draft him if they're like Dallas Goedert is getting too old. Yeah, we need to something like that. That's fine.
If Goddard goes somewhere, go to the Broncos. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. What's it called? The Browns. But like, I feel like they should prioritize, offensive tackle, or if not that, then like another, I don't know, maybe another edge or a receiver, something. Either just help for Shador Sanders, like just that, like that's what it needs to be. So help for Shador. The Browns or the Bears, you don't need a tight end. You have Loveland and everyone over there. You're fine. Buffalo Bills, I guess you could use them, but really you need a receiver. Like you need someone over there because Keyshawn Coleman is not going to get it done for you guys. So you need another receiver. Niners, you got Kittle. You don't need him, so they're probably going to trade up on him. Texans, that could be interesting if they decide not to decide to move on from Schultz. But again, that's just kind of like a, and then the Rams as well. But you have Tyler Higbee. So, like, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. The only thing that I think that can legitimately need him would be like the Eagles if they want to move off of him, or like the Steelers. But even then, Pat Fryermuth had a really good year for the club. So, like, I don't know why they would go there. And like even then, he's not really regarded as like a top pick.
And now we have
even, like,
the 10-yard split, which is
is not gonna go
1.54
there.
seconds. Vertical jump, 43.5 inches. And the broad jump is 11 feet and 1 inch. He actually made history with the vertical jump too, with the tight end since 2003. I mean, look.
Crazy. Just a specimen, this guy.
Okay, I know Jeremiah Love. People are saying that he could go to the Chiefs, despite they have Kareem Hunt and Pacheco. So let's look at Jeremiah Love's combine stats. So Jeremiah Love, he's a junior from Notre Dame. He's 6 foot, weighs 212 pounds. He's 94 ranking, and he's got a prospect grade of 6.71. His arm span is 32 inches. His hand span is 9.125 inches. His production score is 96. He's first place in running back rank. Athleticism, it's 83, ranked second, and total score is 94. So we only have his 40-yard dash and his 10-yard split. His 40-yard dash was 4.36.
Holy wow, that's
Yeah.
actually insane.
Mm-hmm. And mock draft are saying like the Chiefs could pick him up. Let's look at mock drafts, and his 10-yard split was 1.55, and we still got more to go because we still got more days in the combine.
The combine, yeah.
Yeah. So mock drafts.
I feel like the Chiefs would have to go line though. Like the Chiefs would have to go line or defensive maybe.
I mean, last offseason they lost Joe Tooney, and he won Projector of the Year.
So I mean, they could probably use some help on the line. Honestly, I would like the Broncos to pick him up, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I would really want my Broncos to go out there and get a receiver, bro. Please.
Yeah, get a receiver.
Please,
get Kenyon
our defense is fine, man. Like
Kenyon Sadiq. Pick up anybody like a running back or pick up any offensive
receiver
player from free agency.
That's why I feel like the Broncos need to go. Granted, I mean. Okay, so let me look at this mock draft here, because supposedly the Broncos are gonna pick up CJ Allen, or at least like that's where he's supposed to, go. Who I mean, like he fills in the role for Alex Singleton, but I mean, like let's see here. Let's look at CJ Allen. Let's look at CJ Allen here. Let's look at his combine stats. Linebacker.
I'll look at it. CJ Allen.
He has not even recorded anything yet, so I don't even know.
He hasn't. Oh, CJ Allen actually ran for. Wait, no, he didn't. But he's just 74. He's 74 ranked so far. There's nothing with the. He hasn't ran yet.
Yeah, in terms of the combine info I'm looking at right here. Oh, hold on, live results. Okay, that's my problem. Okay,
he's mid tier when it comes to his ranking.
Let's see. Yeah, 6.29 grade. 74. Like he's a good linebacker.
He's 74. He's mid tier. Yeah.
230 pounds, 6'1". Production score is 69. Nice. I thought it was score 71. Sorry.
No, you good, G.
What's it called? Let's see. Like doesn't unnecessarily rush through his screen process. Stays square and keeps eyes on the prize through the tackle. Quick closeouts from zone. Isn't going to make as many high-value plays as you might expect. Needs to slip more blocks to make more tackles. Will have trouble making plays on the ball and man coverage, which I know the Broncos like to run a lot. So that actually doesn't make any sense. Then why would he go here? Because you run a lot of man coverage. We were running exclusively against the Bills with just man coverage and like the occasional zone. So like I don't know why. Nah, man, you have to go. You have to go receiver. I feel like receiver or tight end. Let me see. What are the top What are the top receivers looking like here? Let's see. Okay. So 30, right? That's what we're looking at. So I'm just going to assume that these 30 are just going to go off the board. So Bryce, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't even start.
Music draft prospects we have. Can't look because we can only see the 2025 draft and that's it. So we have Fernando Mendoza.
Okay.
Yeah,
so it's like Kendrick Law, Malik Benson, Dylan Bell, Eric McAllister,
Jeremiah Love is the best running back in the first round. We have Jordan Tyson.
He looks.
He's a 91 overall grade. He has a 91 overall grade, and he's number one in his position.
What?
Jordan Tyson.
For what? For what? Like receiver. Tight end,
receiver.
Jordan Tyson. He's 84. It says over here that Bryce Lance is in 86.
I'm looking at ESPN.
I'm looking at the NFL website, just flat out.
Yeah, I was looking at the NFL website, and
maybe because I'm on Next Gen Stats, maybe. I think Carnell Tate is like a 6.75.
Are you looking at someone's wait, no, Combine.
Oh, I'm on NFL Combine. Same as you.
So how do I like look at the? There's like.
I don't know. I looked up Combine and it just said, "Oh, here's a Combine."
Are you reading articles on there? Oh wait, Combine Tracker.
I'm not reading articles.
Yes. Okay. Brenton Thompson ran the fastest so far in the 40-yard dash. We have the highest is 4.26, 0.05 seconds off. 4.05 seconds off late of Xavier Worthy's 4.21, the fastest in combine history.
Yeah.
Let's see, Brennan Thompson. He's in 77. He's 5'9". That's average man height in the U.S. And he weighs 164. He's fast, but he's kind of mid in terms of his grades. But he hasn't done like vertical jump and stuff like that yet.
Yeah, Sadiq beats Doran Dickerson's record by like 1/10 or like, I mean, even less than that, like 1,000th of a second, 1/10 of a second. Crazy. Yeah, I would really, really want the Broncos to go receiver here, because for me it's just like you gotta get Bo Nix better weapons. I like Sutton; he's doing really good with us. Mims came up big especially in the playoff game against the Bills, but it's just a case of like.
Do you think they'd have to cut Little Jordan Humphrey? Pat Bryant was drafted last season.
I think it's just because you need someone with speed. You need someone with speed to break away as like a home run target for Knicks.
Would you
currently don't have that?
Would you cut Little Jordan Humphrey? Wait, when was Little Jordan Humphrey drafted? It was drafted a few years ago, right?
I mean, I don't think we have to cut anyone. I think it would just come down to like someone's.
How many receivers can a team have? Like 4?
I think it's like 5, maybe. Let me look at it.
They can have 8 actually, because they can have wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2, and they can have up to the 4 strings. So we have Sutton and Mims, Troy Franklin, and Lil Jordan Humphrey.
7 on their 53. Yeah, 5 eligible receivers. So yeah, I mean, it just depends.
No, 4. I mean, Troy Franklin's questionable, but yeah, it's technically 8. Or yeah, we have 4 left. So yeah, so we could we could try to get a couple. See how that goes.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
I would just say a receiver or.
Oh wait. No, we have wide receiver 1, 2, and 3. We have 6 remaining, like 3rd and 4th string. So we can draft a receiver or 2.
Oh wow, that stinks. Then Sadiq, go after Sadiq at that point. Then tight end trade up something.
But our tight end pool is filled. That's the thing. We have to cut somebody. Probably got to be Ingram. Or Troutman. What about Lucas Kroll?
Like, no offense to Ingram,
what about
bro.
Nate Atkins or Lucas Kroll?
You gotta cut someone, especially for that kind of speed.
Please.
You gotta cut someone.
Lucas Kroll's questionable. Nate Atkins is 4th string. Troutman did better than Ingram, I think. Compared to Troutman, I think, right? Let me look.
Yeah.
No, Troutman got. 195 receiving yards. Engram had 461. Traven barely played at all. So I think Engram was doing, yeah, because he was the starter, and Trotman was the backup. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think you should.
I mean, we're gonna continue to try the combine. What's it called? I mean, I think what we're gonna try and do, hopefully, is when the draft is going on, we'll try and give at least like coverage of the draft and see like where they go, what we like here and there, draft day deals. So be sure to tune in for that. But I mean, right now, I mean, it's the first day of the combine. So honestly, I mean, like, I think we'll have a better understanding once the combine's over with.
It's not the first day. I think it's day 3.
Oh, day 3. Oh wow, we're really behind.
We're entering. I think we're in day 3.
How many days are there in a combine for the NFL?
Or like 5 days. How long is the NFL combine?
And by the time next week rolls around,
it's 4 days. February 26th to March 1st. Tomorrow's the last day.
There you go then.
We'll have more information, or even more information for tomorrow.
Next week, yeah, more than likely. Well, next week for our show next week. What's it called? Yeah, we'll try and give a coverage of the draft as well. But, I mean, that's really all the news for NFL. Right now, we're at the point of just, I mean, not much going on. I know that there is a little, what's it called? There is a little, like, drama, I guess, with the Seahawks because they're not going to franchise tag
Kenneth Walker.
Hit the monitor, my bad. Yeah, they're going to franchise tag, or they're not going to franchise tag Kenneth Walker, and they're going to pay him. That's what I'm assuming it's going to happen because there's no way you can let that guy go. You can't.
What Super Bowl MVP?
Super Bowl MVP. I mean, just in general with all that breakaway speed and whatnot, and you guys just like inserted yourself as like contenders and whatnot. Do not break up the band. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I feel like you got to pay him to stay because otherwise you got to rely on Zach Charbonnet, and Charbonnet isn't horrible. But I mean, like, what's it called? I mean, it's not. I just feel like Walker's a lot better. Sorry about that. But what's it called? Yeah. So we'll try and move on a little bit here, if we still have the time at the very least. But NBA, we are nearing the last 20, maybe 30 at most, like a little in between that. Sort of game.
That and hockey as well, because basketball and hockey start around the same time.
Yeah. So then,
speaking of which, I'm actually going to Ducks game tomorrow. My first ever hockey game.
Look at that. Hopefully, if any of our fans are,
they're playing the Ducks game. They're playing the Doo Calgary Flames.
Oh wow! I don't follow. Hockey's another sport that I gotta really try and get into. Hockey, what's it called? Soccer. Those are sports that I really gotta try and like sit down and like actually try and watch. But to not keep the NBA section too long, I watch a lot of basketball. I'm a heathen Lakers fan. Okay. And I know just with that, I've lost my credibility because there's always this stigma against Lakers fan, which like, I get it, totally happens. But this team is not that good. I had really tapered my expectations really low when the season started because I was like, we weren't able to make that many moves. LeBron ate up a lot of cap space. It's our first full year with Luka, Reeves, and LeBron. Let's see how that works. And wow, the three of them together have been really underwhelming. First of all, for context, they have only played about 11 games out of like the potential 55 that they could have played together this season, which a lot of that is due to injury. LeBron was injured for a good chunk of the season. Then Luka got hurt from time to time. Reeves was dealing with a calf strain. And so more often than not, we were seeing a lot of lineups with just Luka and Reeves or Luka and LeBron, never Luka, LeBron, and Reeves. And now that we've seen that, though, in these 11 games or so, yikes. Like, it is just not. And, like, it's not even a case of defensively because, like, of course they're bad defensively. It's Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. They're not exactly known for their defense. But, like, LeBron, it's offensively that is, like, really shocking to watch. LeBron James is not the, like, how do I say this? The off-ball threat that I guess you were looking for.
He's not doing that good right now. He's not really in his prime. He's not doing that great.
I mean, like he's performing, but like it's if you look at his stats, it's like, oh yeah, he's still playing pretty consistent. Obviously, he's nowhere near the heights of where he once was, but like he's in the middle of some of the worst shooting splits of his career. I think he's barely shooting like 30% from 3-point range. And in fact, the entire team is just shooting really poorly from 3-point range. The only consistent 3-point shooters have been Reeves, Rui, and the newest addition of Luke Kennard. And that's because Luke Kennard currently leads the league in 3-point percentage at like 50%, 49%, something like that. And so the fact that this team cannot consistently hit threes at a well enough clip is shocking and concerning, considering that we literally went out and got more 3-point scorers. You know, we brought in Luka Doncic. You bring in Jake LaRavia, who's like known as a catch and shoot guy. Marcus Smart hasn't picking up a lot of the slack for 3-pointers and whatnot. And it's just a case of like, it's really hard to watch, especially when it comes down to like some of these are just wide open threes. And I'm not going to harp too much on the Lakers. I want to harp on a specific person, though. And if you're following the Lakers, you know exactly who I'm going to get on. One of our biggest free agent signings was one DeAndre Ayton, where he was bought out by the Portland Trail Blazers. We signed him to a vet min, maybe MLE or something like that. You know, quick 2-year contract, 1 year guaranteed. Second year is a player option. He can choose to stay or go. He was brought in to essentially make up for the fact that Jackson Hayes is not a real center. And so the fact that he's now come in and it's just not good enough. And it's come to a head now where the Lakers have currently lost 3 straight. Tonight on the 28th, the last day of the month, they beat the Warriors pretty handedly. But like before then, they had lost 3 or 4 straight. And in a loss to the Magic, they asked DeAndre Ayton, you know, what do you think about your role and whatnot? And he was like, well, they're trying to turn me into Clint Capella. I'm not Clint Capella. That is the equivalent of like AJ Brown like complaining to the Eagles, where it's like they're trying to turn me into like Devontae Smith. I'm not Devontae Smith. Or like they're trying to turn me into this guy.
Why aren't you hitting the ball to me?
Yeah, right. And it's just like it comes down as like, first of all, you know what? Yeah, you're right, DeAndre Ayton. You're right. You're not Clint Capella. Clint Capella is actually better than you. 31-year-old in the in the year of our Lord 2026. Clint Capella is playing better basketball than you. The 27-year-old former first overall pick who is playing with some of the greatest floor generals in the league. Not just LeBron, but Luka and AR. Do you know how many centers would kill to have that kind of floor spacing and floor gentlemanship at their disposal? Guys get you the ball whenever you want. And he proceeds to say that and then drops like what against the Suns in 22 minutes, 2 points, 4 boards, going 1 for 4 and negative 24 in the plus minus box differential in a 3-point loss. He literally took us out of the game playing him. I don't know what else to really say on that. That is just and like, you know, the Lakers have always struggled to find a center since we got rid of AD for Luka, which I'm not regretting it. I'm not regretting, you know, the change, but it's just so like especially for someone like Aiden, it's like, dude, this is it. You know what I mean? If you can't make it work with Luka and LeBron and Austin Reeves, a team that features 3 of the best passers and playmakers in the league, not the best, but some of the best, and you can't make it work here, you're done. It's the equivalent of like Antonio Brown not being able to make it work with the Patriots.
Oh God.
You know what I mean? Brown? It's like, yeah, Brown with the Patriots. Once you can't make it work with them,
that guy's going to jail for 30 years.
Deserved.
He's got 2 attempted murder charges, by the way. He's placed under house arrest.
Deserved. Absolutely deserved. What a way to ruin your career. And I think we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. So, I mean, that's it. We're still kind of new at this, so be patient with us.
Browns' trial date is in 2027.
Wow, that's kind of a long
It's
time.
Some Miami Herald. I gotta turn off my freaking ad blocker. Okay.
Crazy.
Yeah, it says that court judge says trial set for January 11th, 2027. The hearing is June 23rd. But yeah, fun. He's placed in house arrest. That's all I know.
Wow.
All right, so I think that's going to be it for this week. We covered a lot of things,
today,
and we're going to be going over a lot more information because by next week we're going to be we're about to be approaching free agency, and things might happen beforehand.
You're really good.
Yeah,
it's gonna get really good. Mike Evans, I know, is potentially gonna try the trade of the free agent market. Honestly,
the running
I'm
backs,
not even like
the price tags.
I'm not even like
on Pickens and Kyle
I'm not even really concerned about like who's gonna hit the free agent market. I'm concerned about who's gonna get traded, man. Kyler Murray is up there. I think the biggest fish is like Max Crosby, who's gonna like make that big like attempt to go out there and grab him. So that's gonna be really cool. So
that's gonna be it.
Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in.
We will tuning into the HerdCast Live. Well, I'm Ben, and I got my friend Brian there. And yeah, thanks for watching.